Hi, welcome to my channel. This is just basically a little tip for those that may have bought the REV. Okay, I have the REV here. Okay, this one here is the full bottomland camo one. I love it. And it's an EXCALIBUR REV. Now, the brace height for this REV is 2.5 inches from the riser, starting at 2.5 inches to 3 inches. Now, I got mine all sighted in at where the brace height is set at 2 3/4 inches. So that's halfway between the 2.5 and the 3. 2.5 puts you right up against the red system. I'm not too keen on that. So anyway, it's all sighted in with the brace height set at 2 3/4 inches. Now, if you bought one of these, or let's say another similar to an EXCALIBUR, right? I'm sure you bought another string with it, just for a spare, and you probably bought the string changer, right? Which is good, good thing to have. But the only thing is, when you put that new string on, your brace height is going to be way back at 3 inches, and that's with that string with no twists in it. I bought 3 strings. I bought 2 of the zombie green and a black one, and all 3 came in at 3 inches brace height. So now, once you sight your scope in and everything at 2 3/4 inch brace height, because when I got my bow, the string was up against the red system, so it had stretched, or some people may call it creep. It's creeped that much that it was up against the red system, which is 2.5 inches. So I moved it back, put some twists in it, moved it back to 2 3/4, sighted my bow in. Now, if for any reason I have to change this string, I do not want to put another new string on, have it sitting at 3 inches without any twists in it. Now I've got to turn around and re-sight my bow in, because it's a proven fact that the farther back your brace height is, the slower the arrow is. And at 40 yards, you're going to have a different aiming point. In other words, you're going to, where you were shooting before at 2 3/4, back at 3 inches, it's not going to be hitting at the same place. It's not. That is a proven fact. You can watch, I think, Death by Bungee, Rick and Death by Bungee, he does a whole series on it. And he proved it. He proved that it's slower if your brace height is back farther, and your bow is faster if your brace height is up farther. So, in order to make everything less complicated, what I did, and I'm not saying everybody should, but what I did was, like right now, this is a new string. This is the one that came with the bow. This is a new string. I've had it on there 4 days now, and it's about 1/8 of an inch now away from my 2 3/4 mark. I'm going to leave it on here. I've cocked it back, let it sit for 6 hours, uncocked it, and just so I can get that creep or stretch out of that string, so that when I want to use this string, I can put it on and set my brace height at 2 3/4. I don't have to change my scope. It's going to hit in the same spot all the time. So, and the manual for the REV. Good thing they did put a little extra in there, but they're saying that confirm your brace height is correct. If not, repeat steps, whatever, okay, and that your height is correct at 1.5 to 2 inches. Well, that's 1.5 to 2 inches. You're gonna be back in here somewhere, right? I mean, unless you take all this stuff off. But anyway, or a 1/4 inch from the reds suppressors. These are your red suppressors. So if you're a 1/4 inch away, 2.5 inches will take you to the red suppressors. 3 inches takes you a 1/2 inch past. I went 2 3/4 inches, which takes you a 1/4 inch away from your red suppressors. Now, I also downloaded a sheet from EXCALIBUR, and they say that the correct brace height for a REV is 2.5 to 3 inches. That, I believe, 2.5 to 3 inches. And just so you know, I'll give you the names of the other bows or crossbows that have the same brace height. The Axe, the Mag 340, the Mag Air, the Assassin Extreme, the REV, and the Suppressor Extreme. Those are the bows that have, or crossbows, that have the brace height at 2.5 to 3 inches. So I hope this helps you. I'm stretching mine out in off season. It's winter, put them on. It's probably going to take maybe a week or two to stretch that out to 2 3/4, and so it's down to 2 3/4, from 3 inch down to 2 3/4, and then I can take it off, I can put it away, and then if I need another string, I can put it on there, bang, 2 3/4 inches. I don't have to change my scope at all, nothing. So I hope this little information helps you, and keep your string waxed and your rail lubed. Catch you later. Bye.